Hey guys, hello. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, sorry guys. Eh, so I, I have some news, not news, some ideas that I want to put out and see what people think. So we're not that many right now. It's okay. People will see the vote or I want to contact them after. Mm-mm. I don't even have the MTG opened yet. Give me a moment. So I have a friend of mine is making this podcast where he like analyzes the the modern metagame and how the list evolve. What is like he tries to get the trend of the format, right? So I was thinking it might be interesting to do something similar in Legacy, maybe just with the information from the data collection group, which I also asked permission for to Volras, and where I am part of as well. So I help collect that data too. So I thought it could be maybe interesting, like do maybe weekly or bi-weekly stream with no MTGO content, only trying to like seeing the graphs, seeing the spreadsheets, and trying to help anybody who is preparing the tournament for that weekend. I don't know, guys, what to think about that. I think that could be interesting and help some people. So, if that is the case and you agree, that could be interesting. Reach me out, and I can try to arrange it somehow. We will see how. I will see how I can make that happen. Okay, so let me check this. Mute. Okay, so let's go for the chill music first. Yeah. All right. Going back to business, NewSeiju is being awesome. I'm loving it. I'm testing a league, so right now I am 4-1. No, 3-1 in a league, and I am trying removing the trophies. It was just I'm trying to reduce the Brax plus. For obvious reasons, keeping the discard, I think combo is making a slight comeback. And the changes I made for the main deck was I got back my ship number 4, I increased the run of owls to 3, and I moved the UF to the sideboard. I'm even tempted to go for NewSeiju, and just because it doubles as an Assassin's Trophy most of the time. Hey, hello, Ander. It doubles as an Assassin's Trophy most of the time on all matchups except Delver, right? Because NewSeiju doesn't hit creatures. Yes, I actually saw the stream live. If you see, I got it live when he did it on Friday. So yes, and also the list Jarvis played was the list Newton gave him. So actually, I got it before. So yeah. But thank you, I appreciate that. So, okay, the list I have I want to play for the ManaTraders is this one. I think is the most stable for the moment. It's what I am most comfortable with for the time being. I'm coming and going from one. You can see here 1.81 and 1.81b. The only difference being reducing the MTGO to 2 and adding the layer of the Hydra. So layer of the Hydra was very good dealing with planeswalkers, finishing Delver games. Like it's basically a green fireball when the battlefield is grind out. But yeah, for the ManaTraders, I'm going to register this list. So let me grab the app and let's go. We are right now 3-2. We qualify if we made 7-3. So we have on the following 5 matches. We need to go 4-1. So if we manage to do that, we qualify. If we go, for example, 6-4, we need to play additional matches. I would prefer to qualify only with 10, but it is what it is, right? Last match we lost was yesterday. Just my thoughts on it. Yeah, my thoughts on the list you sent me are, I think MTGO is a main deck card, not a sideboard card. This is my thoughts, at least on Elves. But it's okay. The number, I think 3 can be correct. Actually, that list was very close to what I tested. My first test was this. So it was 2-1, one in the sideboard, but I think Jarvis's was -1 run foul plus 1 trophy? Maybe? Something on those lines, lines, I don't know. Anyway, we are queuing now for the ManaTraders. Let's see if we find our opponent. And the list we're playing is this one. Vale. Go to play. Oh, this. Vamos por la siguiente y hoy te damos a la suerte al 5-0. Let's go. A ver, necesitamos hacer un 4-1 porque vamos ahora mismo 3-2 y con 7-3 te clasificas. So the conditions to qualify are the following. You can qualify. So you need to have, actually I think maybe I can show you. You need to have 70% win rate over 10 matches, 65% win rate over 20 or 60 over 30. Yes, we need to go 7-3 or better. So actually we can drop 1 game. I need to create a game. So let's go to create the game. Constructed. Tournament practice. Create. Oops, wait. I need to check the deck. Yeah, the deck is not correct. The deck is not correct. It's 181. Yes. 3 Bossagers. 2, 4, 3. Yeah, this is correct. I will create it. Sorry, I registered wrong deck. Okay, so let me add this to the spreadsheet. We said we are on 181. Yeah, 181. ManaTraders. Our opponent name is MC Gire City. MC Gire City. Maguire. Maguire. Okay, let's focus in the game. I think we can keep this with ramp turn 1. We can have a solid glimpse turn. Okay, sorry, I'm stupid. I was just talking alone. There we go. There we go. I forgot to change the screen. My initial hand was this changing the red for a green sun. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Hey, Seidre, hello. Well, happy to catch you on the stream finally. Welcome, man. Always appreciate your comments. Oh, this is Saga food. All right. Did I note on the play? No. It's gonna be a good one. So that is 1, 2, 3. Ancestral recall. Get this, Seidre. Look, check this out, man. pretty balanced, the board state. Let's see what he's playing. Maybe he's playing 8 cast? I don't know. Oh no, what is this? This is actually 8 cast? This is why I love elves. Because you like to draw cards and have 5 minutes Grimm's turns. I love that too, man. I remember sometimes my friends when we were playing, I would just combo and they were already picking up the cards, but I will still go through the glimpse combo, right? Just for the pleasure of it. Oh, it's Seicast. Oh man, we have Mr. NewSeiju. Yeah, this is a good matchup. This is a good matchup, Erino. All right. I think we just slam it, right? There's nothing fancy about this. Not gonna. Una urza de las buenas. Ya ves, es precioso. ¿Eso existe en papel? Esto existe en papel. Esto es precioso en papel, si existe, tío. Eso en papel son cositas. Let's go for the max. Wait. Let's just not fuck it up. So I have a land drop? Yeah, so let's... Max Spanish. Maybe we can draw a safety second shepherd. I don't think they are main decking Dismember or anything, but it's free to play to the board, so let's do it. Okay, that's even better. No Dismember allowed. Alright, let's go. So turn 3, natural order. Pretty straightforward. Natural order hoof. Yes, that was a win. Yes. Sideboard. So for this matchup, what we want here is so of course Uf is MVP. NewSeiju is MVP as well. It acts as trophy, right, in this matchup. So we take the extra trophies, we take out the endurance and even the grist, and we take out one heritage. So there was some time where I like to board out keeping the grist because by generating tokens I could like almost virtually and definitely block their construct. But at the end of the day, it's a clunky card that doesn't win you the game so much because they usually have a lot of creatures committed to the board, so it's hard to get through with your 1/1 insect. So it's more like a defensive or try not to die card. Or maybe if you are on your back foot, maybe it can help you like I don't know, killing a problematic Urza or something like this, so very specific situations. Most of the time, what you want to do in this matchup is try to ramp. If you have Zenith on your opener, save the Zenith for an Oof. Develop for 1 or 2 turns, and then just hardcast Archon or Craterhoof via Greensun Natural Order or hardcast if it's possible. That's the game plan here. How much are JPay, Full Art, Foil, NewSeiju? I don't know, man, and I am a little bit worried. The site where I buy them, which is Hallelujah, they haven't brought any yet. They are not even send them on pre-sale. Que no están. Los foil no están, tío. Los foil en Hallelujah no están. Vamos, igual es en 40 ya hubiese pillado los 3 que me faltan. Los 3 que quiero decir. Alright. Okay, so this hand, it's a little dicey. We are on the draw and we have a once upon a time, so I'm going to keep it. But the fact that we have a Greensun opener and cradle, I think that's almost enough, even without lands. So let's check if once upon a time can pay off. Worst thing here would be like Chalice, but did not Chalice ends. That's perfect. So let's once here. We do find land. Oh, we find the Collector Roof. That's interesting. We find the Collector Roof, but that says us we don't have mana to develop. So I'm gonna go for the Bayou actually. Bayou. Alright. Foil in MKM 8100. ¿Qué dices tú? Another reason to not go turn 1 Oof. 100 what? Los Boseijus, no jodas. Your opponent has he's played a lot of cards but really didn't do anything. So I guess he's holding the blue mana. So we're good to develop here, I guess. I don't think he will counter this, and if he does, we are okay. What we want to go is get to 3 mana and then just cast Oof, lock our opponent. He can make a construct here with the Ancient Tomb, but he's gonna be very low in life. That benefits us a lot. Okay, it's actually resolved, so that's awesome. So Oof is live next turn. We can also bait. Maybe he's keeping force for the Oof. So they usually know they have to protect the artifacts from the Greensun for 2. So maybe they are holding the cards that they are holding. I could see those being like an extra dismember or maybe force plus pitch. A ver, no me lo creo, me estás rayando. Okay, so Magical Market. Let me check the price. Actually, wait, the command E-price. NewSeiju Endurance. All right. Oh, we get the E-price. No, I want the price. Say who endures. Not that bad. Foil, it's 35. So there's actually one guy already selling Japanese foils. Let's see. Okay, so he actually made 2 constructs. So finding here what we need. Finding here, we don't have Force of Vigor. So actually maybe we have to change the plan and go for Archon. I don't know. So I actually think their best openers, their best lines of play against us are this. I was gonna say this, like a heavy construct count with Shadow Spear. Yeah, this is the normal version, I guess. I mean, until now all the cards are usual, right? I am a little bit surprised for the 2 Ancient Tombs, but we did see Emery game 1, so I guess this is just RNG from them. That's gonna put them to 16. That's a little bit of trouble. So now we need to decide. So next turn we are almost dead. If I burn the Green Sun on that, and that doesn't actually benefit us that much. I almost wanna go Wirewood. Does that make sense? So I can bounce. I think it does because we can like bounce block. So we can bounce block 1, the one that doesn't have trample, and then try to draw some cards next turn. So now I'm going to glimpse 1 for value. Try to draw into something. This could get forced too. It doesn't. So let's try to draw into something, and I'm gonna keep this for the big turn. Big glimpse turn next turn. Okay, that's okay. So we pass. Now the plan is he hits us for 11. We block bounce the one without the Shadow Spear, and we glimpse next turn with two fresh bounces from Symbiote. And let's try to draw into something that matters. Okay, we block there. Mentioned. Block bounce, yes. Good, yeah. Opponents again up to 22. So that is not that bad as it seems. We want to keep the black mana unused. Actually, yeah, I actually prefer to use the Cradle mana here. Okay, Zenith. Is Zenith too late? No, it's not actually. Interesting. So next turn we take 6. Actually, it's enough, I think. So let's do this. Try to turn into one more creature. Unlucky. Do we have another red available? Yes, we do. Okay, so I'm gonna play Fetch Pass. We're going to take... So maybe I have to sack the... it's not gonna be enough. Oh, it's gonna be just enough? 3, 6, 3, 6. No, not enough. We need to draw one CMC1 creature. So we need to draw into CMC1 creature and hope they don't have the force. I kinda think they don't have it because they let 2 glimpses resolve. The attack with only 1. Okay, that's great. That's actually great because that allows us to not care here. They will go pretty high on life. But I think this is like the best setup. As good as it goes, I think this is. So now we fetch for another Arbor to increase our damage to the maximum. And we have to get over 33 defense damage. MTGO is very good here. We can get rid of the Shadow Spear. Okay, so we can. Let's think. We can kill a construct. We can kill the construct that has the Shadow Spear equipped. Green Sun for a noof and buy us a lot of time. Or I can go Cradle, Bayou, 9 mana, Green Sun, and that is 5 times 5, 25, plus base power 30, plus the other base powers, 34. It's just enough. Okay, so both lines fold to force. So I'd rather go for the winning line. Let me just do the math again, just to be sure. So, vale, entonces si jugamos el Greensand, ponemos el Crater Hoof. El Crater Hoof son más 5 más 5. O sea, 5 por 5 el cuadrado 25. Más los base powers son 9. 34 daños. Justo. Alright, I think it's enough. Let's do it. If he has it, we are probably dead, but not 100%. He could have the force here. Maybe he's... okay, I guess he doesn't have it. He would... Okay, he doesn't have it. Nice. Nice. And if something goes wrong... Okay, so let the trigger happen. We can... No, we need all the attackers. Okay, I think... So this should be lethal. By 1 point. So he has 33 blocking power, and we have... so he has 33 between life and blockers, and we have 34 attack power. So this should be just enough. Also, I also like the other line with use NewSeiju, break the construct, get the wolf. The shadow spear cannot be attached, and we can fog the construct without trample for some turns and draw into something else. Although if this line works, we just get there. So he's making the combat math now. Okay, he makes the math and that's it. So 2-0, let's go. Let's go. Okay. So we are 4-2. First step. Beating cast. Good. So when we did make a glimpse. I don't remember. I closed the game. Oh my god. So we did make a pretty good glimpse. No, that was game 1 actually. That was game 1. We drew 4 cards. And game 2 we had Once Upon a Time. We kept the one with no lands. It was turn 6. Hard cast Hoof. Alright. Okay, cool. So let's queue into the next match. That was nice. So has Hallelujah uploaded the files already from the pre-release or not? No, he have not. He only have non-foils. So for some reason they are not uploading any foil content yet to their pre-sales. So okay, let's find our next opponent. I actually have been thinking about it, to be honest. Not for the money, but just for the convenience. But I actually I think my opinion about NewSeiju, it's a banger in Elves. It's a banger. So good. Okay, so we have got paired. We're waiting for Iron Dev. So let's go to Constructed, Legacy Tournament, create the match, and let's go. So I guess you can see this again. So okay, so I think other decks can exploit it better than Elves, but on Elves it has a very high impact rate because it fixes a lot of problems with a low opportunity cost, without having to make big sacrifices. So I think that's why that's so good for us. Your opponent's name is Iron Dev. Good luck, have fun. This hand is dicey. Poof. I think we mull it. Poof. Puff. I don't think that this is strictly better. But let's try. Could also have gone turn 1. Yeah, probably that was the best line. Turn 1 NewSeiju Shep. Turn 2 fetch pass. Fetching to Dryad. But we are playing an unknown opponent, so that's what we get. So yeah, continuing about that, I think Elves has a lot of targets. Let's go. Welcome, Romario. I think Elves has a lot of targets in the artifact enchantment problematic lands world, and NewSeiju is very nice to have. Romario with the subscriber badge. I think that was a gift for someone. By the way, check this out, Romario. So what they're playing? Kamigawa Island throwback. All right. This hand is super slow. I kind of want to slow roll the NewSeiju. I really want to slow roll it. Like I'm sure we can find a target for that one. Noise. I knew you would love those. I actually made it for Newton, but he didn't use it, so I put it on my channel. I put it on his at some point, I guess. All right. So we are playing Romario. We're playing the qualifying matches for the ManaTraders that it will take place this weekend. So we need to go 7-3 or better. So actually, I can only drop one more game if I want to qualify. All right. So I guess this this means it's gonna plow me now. It's true. I forgot Isera is from Brazil. There you have someone to speak to, Isera. Actually, props to Romario. I was helping him set up some stuff on his stream, and he's a really nice guy. He wanted to. He suggested that I should go get some beers when I visit. That was nice. All right, so let's get it. Anyway, 3. We can't keep NewSeiju. Do we play it? Okay, no, we don't. Oh, you were on the SCG Philly, right? What did you play, Romario? Doomsday? All right, so we want the fetch here, right? To get more damage in, more total damage. Opponent's not doing. This is Nabi. Just a plow. Yeah. I guess that's okay. And then D&D? What the hell? 80 card D&D? Oh my god, you traitor. How can you play D&D? Oh, another traitor to the elf community. D&D, man. I think I have nightmares with the deck. My god. Joy on D&D. I mean, now jokes aside, the deck looks really cool, and it's been running super hot, but by their top pilots. So I guess it actually was a good call to go for that. Okay, so we're going to play this, and I am still inclined to not play Boseiju. Let's see if they play like a Stoneforge, or like I don't know, Elves and D&T. I saw that the only Elves player on the high tables, like mid event, was Ivan Espinosa, the guy who Newton was helping prepare the Energy series. I don't know how he finished though. If he finished hot or what. Okay, our opponent is definitely missing land drops. He must have a super stacked hand of counter spells. Do they know their top? Yeah, by now they have drawn all the cards, all the relevant cards. So let's try once. So this is gonna get forced like 99.9999999% of the time. Or that. So is this like, what's this deck? What are we playing against, guys? Is this white control? No idea. Maybe I should have. Maybe I I should have just not fire that and just hit with the undo on the arbor. I don't know. Did you see this? He said on the Discord he didn't have a very hot run. Sadly enough. How was the meta? Was the meta elves friendly or not? Actually, that's a topic I want to talk about if we do that meta game analysis stream. So I noticed a big difference between the meta games of Saturdays, which are European derived, and NA. Devote a Cathar commander for me. Let's go, man. Yeah, so I'm not attacking after that brainstorm. Okay, so what comes to mind right now is Hullbreacher. What else? Stoneblade, only normal Stoneblade. White Miracles as well, because they play main deck Fluster. But actually, Hullbreacher usually splash white. Sorry, in red for blast effects and pyroclasms. Alright, so they play that for just to have a blocker. Main phase. What? Okay, maybe they're gonna make a land drop now? Lol. Yeah, our opponent must have like literally 0 cards. This is gonna get countered too, so I might as well bait the counter spell here, so I can have the VCO resolve. Come on, opponent, 7 cards in hand. You know you want to force it. Let's go. So he forces that. And again, I'm going to tap this way so I can keep 2 mana up if this resolves. Oh, it resolved. Cool. Another land. Cool as well. So we are slowly getting there. I think maybe next turn we can attempt to do a natural order for Archon. But on those colors, they play Teferi that they can just bounce our Archon. I mean, they're doing literally nothing. What's this? Could be this like High Tide or something? Ander, are you around? Is there any High Tide version that I don't know of? This is weird. So next turn, Cradle makes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can actually try to hardcast a hoof. This is so weird. What deck could that be? Plus, I don't think a high tide can afford to miss land drops like this. Yeah, that's what I thought, Rodri, but also this undoing... Yeah, so he made the third land drop on turn 10. Weird. Ya, si solo estoy diciendo es que estoy flipando. O sea, el turno 10 hace, y pone la tercera tierra en juego en el turno 10. Es que no sé qué le ha pasado. ¿Se habrá robado una mano de todo gas? Muy raro, tío. Ok. It's gonna plow me, no? Hull breach me? Mentor. So maybe it's not Hull breacher. This looks like white control. Old, good white control. And he taps out. This is like perfect. So now he needs to have a force or bust. Ya, ¿cómo le llaman? Le llaman de alguna forma rara, ¿no? Al deck. Okay. Oh my god. I almost wanna try to resolve a natural order here for an Archon on instant, and then go for a next turn slam the hoof. I think I'm gonna do that. And if this dies, if this gets forced, then we play the MTGO. We play the MTGO that replaces the VCO mana, and we just hardcast the hoof again. It will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that works. Right, so let's do this for an Archon first. I assume this will get forced. With 5 cards in hand, right? Okay, so he goes... What's he gonna pitch? What are his pitches? Double the Fairy. Maybe he's doing math. No, he's lethal. He has to force it. He doesn't know that we have the hoof in hand. Alright, he pitches a Hull Breacher. Yeah, okay, so actually you were correct. So it's Hull Breacher with Mentor Finish. Pretty scary. Okay, so go to main 2, play the MTGO and pass. And next turn we kill him. I mean, he has kept 7 cards for so many turns and missing land drops and only played 2 removals. So probably he has a plow to play. Alright. Narset, a lot of tokens, blah, blah, blah. We don't care really because we chip down his life down to 10. So for the moment we are okay. Activate Narset, find what? Brainstorm. He did a land drop this turn. He played the Volcanic, right? Yeah, he played the Volcanic. Okay, so yeah. So if he fires Brainstorm, he cannot... Yeah, we take everything. Okay, so what we want here is... What we really want is a Shepherd off the top. That seals the deal, basically. Because they have to have Plow plus Force and Pitch, which is possible, but we know one of the cards is Brainstorm. Alright, so we need Shepherd off the top. That's not a Shepherd. That's not a Shepherd, but I think it works. So... This can be another force target for him. Yeah, I think I like playing this. So this, if he can... Yeah, this is a must counter, right? Yeah. Okay, so we play Grest. I think it's the best line. So I don't really want to play the hoof now. So I want to try to make as soon as possible that it resolves, because with a board full of mentors, it's really hard to win through normal combat without trample. So I think... okay, it resolves. It actually resolves. I'm going to plus it. We don't care about the... And now... So we plus it. And we are on the same spot, but he has to deal with another threat. So do you have the force? He doesn't. Yeah, now Archon on instant. Or, well, instant or Planeswalker? He has played... So we know a card in his hand is Brainstorm. He hasn't fired a plow with the Tundra. So here we can... we have to choose between, I think, instant or Planeswalker. You say instant, Romario? I mean, that closes... So instant here shuts down the Brainstorm as well. So yeah, I think... Yeah, so if they have the Fairy Bounce, so be it. Vale. So I think we got just enough to win on the next turn. Yeah, they removed two. They removed two, but I think this list plays like 3 or 4, right? And Narset finds non-creature. Yeah, so Narset can actually dig for a Teferi. Let's see. Okay, so they go activate Narset first. They know they are in trouble. Let's see what they find. Please not a Teferi. Please not a Teferi. Please, please. Yeah, so now Dark Faden, what the hell? No, they're going to make us discard. No! No! They're going to discard our Crater Hoof. Oh! What's going on? Oh, they have the Fairy, actually? Oh, they misplayed. So if they actually play the Dark Faden because Narset is in play, +1 from Dark Faden is target opponent discard 2 cards. Okay, wow. They might have just lost it right there. Oof. So they're gonna bounce our Archon. And I don't think we are... Okay, so they bounce that, which is okay. Now they bash. We are okay as well. Maybe we are not that okay. So can they bash for lethal? They can't. They have 5, 7, 8, 9 power. And they have a Dark Faden too. They don't attack? Alright, yeah. So I guess they should take down the Grest at least, at the very least, right? They need to attack with 1 more to be sure. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we do nothing here. We let the Grist die. We have a Crater Hoof that hits for 8. It can get bounced next turn. No, it cannot. Lol, they go full Grist. Okay, relax. Again, we need one drops. A 1 drop here, I think it's lethal. Let's see. Interesting. So we play this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it pumps 1 more. Let me just do that math again. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not gonna be lethal. So anyway, we have to go now. No other option. Making the math of the dead man. They have 5 cards in hand. 1 is Dark Faden. I think we're dead. But since we are ahead of time, I think we will play this out till the end. Because we have more win blowout potential than they do. Yes, we were 1 short. 1 short. So let's put them to 8. They're gonna block with the Monk, I guess. So at least we turn off Force. If they want to keep force up, they need to block. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. All right, so they block down. They go to 2. Yes, sure. They don't play anything on our EOT, so that's interesting as well. So this is what I mean, right? After you have used the Crater Hoof trigger to give trample to everybody, it's kind of rough to go through all the tokens again. It's hard, so we need to go really wide, and our hand is our resources are depleted, so we need to find like VCO into like top draw for the turn VCO into Glimpse. That would be perfect because we can rebounce the VCO and draw some cards. That would be perfect. Mm. I mean, if they can pump for 6, we are so done here. How we are dead to how many pumps? First spell. So this is 2, 4, 5, 6. First spell is 9 damage. Second spell is 12. So if they have 3 instants with that, they must have them, right? Because whoa. Okay, they make it's true. They make defensive tokens. I forgot. So we can sacrifice the symbiote here. I think that's not gonna be enough. Oh, let me yield to this token. Block mentor. Yeah. I blocked the big one. Well, although I think we're gone. We lost this one. I think. So that's 9 damage still. I think that's acceptable. So this is decent doing. Yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah, it has to be decent doing. So we're gonna board in. I mean, as long as we are ahead on the clock, it's fine because we can. I think we can win faster than they can. So that's fine by me. I don't even hate that. That's spell number 2. We said 3. It's lethal. Okay, let me yield to the prowess triggers. Okay. Brainstorm. Did I pass the blocking phase? Maybe I punted right there. So this is 12 damage coming through. if they have one more pump spell, one more instant, we're dead. I don't remember if I went to blockers or I passed the. Oh, maybe they just plow the symbiote. Yeah. Okay. So that's game. That's game right there. Okay, sad. I think we had that was on our grasp, so kinda bummer, but it's okay. I will run a sideboard when I bring in the Progenitus, the Thought Seizes. Bog is questionable. Oof goes out, Endurance goes out. We didn't see red at all. I kinda wanna keep two heritage because if they are not running sweepers, going wide really helps. So I'm gonna take the risk and remove the bog. So we saw Snapcaster, but I don't think that is like their main game plan. So let's submit this and see how it goes. All right. Pretty interesting game. Okay, on the play. This hand, yes, I will keep insta control deck. We have enough for the fetches, so we deck thin into forest once. All right. VCO. We have another Once Upon a Time. VCO I do like. But I think I like Cradle better, so I'm gonna go with Cradle and Ramp here. If they want to use Swords on the Dryad, that's fine. If they want to force this, that's fine as well. So anyways, we are resolving the Visionary next turn, most likely. Newton always says when you are doubting, always pick the Cradle. Okay. On there. What is this? 8th edition island. Pretty cool. Those must cost a lot in foil. Alright, so they don't... Actually, turn 1 blue source is awesome, means no removal. So yeah. I was happy. Options. So if VCO resolves, we get to Cradle into ones. That's not the best, but it's not the worst. Let's go. That's a good hit of the Once Upon a Time, to be honest. They are missing land drops again? Oh no, okay. Counterbalance. Top or orb? I don't think that's good against us, to be honest. Oh! Let's go. So, okay, we're gonna sequence it this way. So we play Wirewood. That's kind of a blowout for our opponent, right? Yeah, that's so good, actually. We float to this, pam. NewSeiju is, so because it's a channel ability, it's uncounterable, right? One is gonna be sad. Yep. Strong. Yeah, stifle with what mana, my friend? Blue Spirit Guide? And now, depending what we draw, we legendary rule our Cradle, or we play this fetch. They actually force the Visio. Yeah, so that's okay. So we play this, aiming for a Riot next turn, and we get in for one. Romario is just like... Couldn't they get a land? Apparently they are not rolling more. What? It's true? Lol, they forgot or missed on the trigger. I don't know. Actually, they could. They could have. Anyways, Romario, shh. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Mail for Spirit Guide. Sounds cool. Alright. Please no white. Come on, opponent. Oh my god, there goes the plow. We're gonna plow a little insect here. Sad. Yeah. Don't give Doomsday more mana. What you really want is the zombie spirit guy. That's what you want. I know you, Romario. Oh my god, we are drawing very bad. So actually, this would be a good turn to go Glimpse, since they weren't fully. They didn't have 3 mana up. This Teferi. Yeah, Teferi actually is the one I care the least. Sure, bounce me. No problem. Eldrazi Spirit Guide, like colorless mana. Yeah, actually that cycle would be nuts. So here we need to hit a creature and try to go off before they deploy Hullbreacher or Narset. That's actually a good pickup. All right, so we are drawing Thoughtseize to... So... Since we are running Thoughtseize, I think I'm gonna tap the Cradle. They force this, sure. Okay, so I don't think that's a good play. So we're gonna do this. Play the Reclaimer, which is big already. Yeah, it's big. We change faces and kill the fairy. I mean, going down, exchanging cards 2 for 1, it's always nice, right? So I'm okay. You don't have to feel bad about that. The Plow. So last card in hand is Plow. Yeah. Sure. Hellbent opponent. Good hit. Another good hit. Oh, made a slight mistake. All right, so yeah, I made a kind of big mistake, right? So I didn't make my land drop. I should have played the Bayou and attack only with the Dryad. So if it got blocked by a Hull Breacher, for example, I could rotate it out with no punish and get rid of the graveyard because this could be Snapcaster, right? So actually, because of that mistake, I'm going to pass the turn without attacking here. All right. So they didn't play anything insta-speed. That's interesting. I want to bog that graveyard because I'm afraid of Snappy. Right. I should do that in response, actually, to when they play it. So, yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to keep one Reclaimer back, attack with... Oh my god. Alright, so I'm going to attack with just one Reclaimer, keep the other back. If they tap for 3 to block me, I mean, that's fine. It's a Plow? Well, they are really slow rolling their removals, right? This is like this guy plays super control. They are really slow rolling their threats. So if they tap that one, we go for the bog now. I mean EOT. Oh, the sexy prismatic ending, insta speed. Damn it. All right, so we have to do this, right? Oh, that might have been a mistake, actually. Oh, I took the bog out. Oh, dude, that's terrible. That's terrible. I forgot about the bog. What I mean by mistake, going back to that, is that they are fetching full basics. This could be back to basics right here, right? Anyways, I forgot we decided on the bog to stay out. That's terrible. This could be a disaster into a... That could be Snappy into Plow. I mean, they are on 2 cards, right? So probably it's not that bad. But that was definitely a mistake. Oh, that's our win condition. Which is gonna get plowed 100%. Let's see. Let's see how long it sticks to the battlefield. Wow. So this could be... I mean, not even backs to basics. Saves them, right? Loaded Strand. What's this? Could be Jay's bounce? Yeah. Probably. That's what I was thinking. to prevent bounces or removals. Yeah, probably that was too hasty of me playing it. Oh, no, 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 no. What is this? Pyrokinesis? No. 3 mana? Is that? No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have enough. We have enough. We have enough. Oh, we don't have the second green. We actually don't have the second green. No, tío. Our other forest is in the bin. We need double green to activate Shep. Oh, that's brutal, man. That's brutal. Okay, let me think. Is there any other way we make green? Can you have 2 cradles? No, you don't. Because they are legendary mountains. Alright, so at least let's keep our elves alive. And I guess Hitter? What? I just took it back? What the hell? My god, Modo. Please, don't have it. And they have it, right? You saw it, how I took the Dryad back. Anyways. Not giving me green mana, right? You're blocking? What you're blocking? I will block the Dryad for sure. That puts them down to 5. They block the Shepherd? Meh. So, okay, so the problem here could be now, if they have, so what I'm thinking now is they play Dark Faden plus the Dark Faden and discard Shepherd. Could be, could be. I think this game, we can win it through combat if they don't find a mentor fast. Let's go. Oh my god, Boseiju, man. What? Joder. I wanted to kill the Blood Moon with Boseiju. Anyways, GG. What turn was that? Turn 10? Okay, so that was turn 10 Dinobash. I mean, if you fail to see how good Boseiju is on this deck, how many problems it fixes, I don't know what to tell you, man. Okay, so actually I'm gonna cut a VCO for the bug. Reason being, and a glimpse, I think, for a heritage. The reason being the whole Breacher deck, after all. But yeah, totally heads up play by Romario in the chat. If you're gonna actually Dino Bash and you have extra mana, you might as well play it as he suggested. I think it's better. This is a good hand. The same island again. So I'm not too scared of. We're gonna lead with Forest Reclaimer. Oh my god. You can tell that by how he sequences that this guy is the control player, right? All right. So I think here the Wincon is the Shepherd again. We actually drew the Cradle, so I'm gonna try not to make the mistake again. We have an active Reclaimer. So all right, let me think how we want to sequence this. So we want to play around. We want to play around Plow, right? but first counter magic. So I mean, I rather have this countered. So if this resolves and Shepherd hits the board, Shepherd is already protected. So that's my reasoning. All right. He could be looking for a... Yeah, this could be a slight punish for not playing the Cradle before going into the stack here to float mana. But I guess if it gets countered... Okay, so no punish there. So we're gonna do this now. Now we play Shep into Birch Roar, into Reclaimer, and they actually need to have something now, or they are Dino gone. We can bash for one, it's free. Okay. So what do you have, opponent? Ponder? Let's go. Blood Moon... Yeah, actually Blood Moon would be kind of a problem. Que no eres gafe, tío, que es que soy yo malo, no te preocupes. Tú quédate por aquí. Okay, so... Alright. We actually untap. No plow? Okay. Okay. What's this? 2 mana? Dress down. Smart control player. Smart control player. Okay, so... Okay, some mistake that I can think of is maybe we should have bounced the Shepherd in response to a dress down, so he doesn't get to plow us. But because he full tapped, I guess it doesn't actually matter. And we keep Cradle up, so we are protected from Pyroclasm. I don't think we can lose here. So maybe the only way we lose, I think, is actually Supreme Verdict. Okay, so Supreme Verdict or bust. Okay, no Supreme Verdict then. Could be Pyroclasm, but we are protected. What else could he have for 3? He could have another dress down. Another dress down buys another turn. I think we got it. By the power of Shepherd. Oh my god, so much tense. By the way, sweet forest. Huh? Fun fact: these kanjis in the top of the forest symbol, I was looking what they meant, and so actually there are 3 different kanjis: one for tree, another for, let's say, small forest, and another one for big forest. This one is the one for the big forest. So there you have it. Okay, so what? Okay, so they do that. I don't think they saw the insect. Yeah, it's possible that this person is a modern player and is not really aware of all the interactions. He could have land drop Dark Fade in me, but he doesn't. Okay, so we won? Yeah. Okay, so it doesn't even matter. We top deck God mode top deck. Let's do it fine. So let's do it proper way. So Rodri doesn't scream at me. No blocks. Detch. Yeah, I know. It's just so, and Newton came by the other day on the stream on the challenge, and he actually told me I was misplaying. I was like mis-sequencing a lot, right? So I rather have those things cleared up. All right. So let me find our next opponent. We are 5-2. Pretty nice. From here, we need to win 2 more, and we are allowed to lose 1 more. So pretty happy. Bueno, eso dices tú. Veremos. All right. ManaTraders. Okay, let's queue for the next one. Okay, match is ready. Oh no, we are playing what's the name? Uy. Llama. Oh, I fucked up this again. Wait. No, not this one. We're playing Martín Domínguez. This is Argentinian player playing. He usually plays Band or Green White Depths. Sí, sé que se ve solo el deck. Estoy viendo que igual hago un cambio para este match. Voy a meter esta lista para este match. Creo que es mejor. Espera un segundo. Sí, esta es mejor. 1.82. Okay, so let's go here. Change the deck to 182. Sí. No es Open Decklist esto. O sea, no es Open Decklist, es la fase de las ligas. O así. Yo he preguntado, así me lo han explicado. 1 second, guys. Let's take this one. Ok. Supuestamente esto es para jugarlo en bastante tiempo, ¿sabes? Oh, thank you for the follow. Tsuyori Hato. Welcome to the stream. Ok, Martín Domínguez. So this could be Band or Dark Depths or Green White Depths. Let me put it on the spreadsheet. Ok, Martín Domínguez. We are on the draw. Suerte, pero no demasiada. Ok. We could lose this one to Green White. Green White is a hard counter to Elves, I think. So how would our ideal gameplay? Oh, okay. So probably it's Turbo Depths. Probably it's Turbo Depths. Anyways, I think that all the matches that have Marit Late's transformation under combo under weak condition, they are heavily punished by the printing of MTGO, right? Because now we have actually an answer on the main deck for that. Alright, so yeah, we're not playing MTGO until we are clear that he's not on a Depths combo. This is good. He showed us black, so I'd rather have Reclaimer on board rather than on the hand. Alright, see. So this could be now what? Petal, Spirit Guide. I mean, he can't win this turn, right? I mean, he can if he has double business. Yeah, this definitely looks like green white depths, green black depths. Fun fact: we could fire the MTGO on the wasteland. That's pretty cool. All right. How we want to sequence this? So actually, he can't win next turn. So I think we can expose the bayou and play our hand. So only card in our hand would be MTGO that cannot be discarded. That sounds like a plan. All right. So yeah, Thoughtseize. They know MTGO is in our hand. If they fire Thoughtseize, probably that would be them not paying attention. So actually, this is something I mentioned on the Discord yesterday that happened to me a few times already, and it's pretty nice. So you will find yourself in a position where if you have an active Reclaimer, your opponents will use the Wasteland for colorless mana, right? Because you have an active Reclaimer, they are not going to fire the Wasteland, because you know whatever they target, it's going to get replaced. So in those scenarios, MTGO is great, because while Wasteland is tapped, you can destroy the Wasteland, and they cannot get a replacement Wasteland of the MTGO trigger. So that's something to definitely keep in your radars. Okay, they're not firing the Wasteland again. So I think from here it's quite hard that we lose. So we're gonna jam. We keep those two back. We jam with the rest. What happens now? They don't block. Cool. Right, so by keeping the Reclaimer untapped, we are keeping their Wasteland in check, right? Because typically they will keep the Wasteland for our Cradle. So they're not firing it because, I mean, we are signaling here by the board state. He is a Reclaimer player. I told you he played Green-White Depth, so he knows how Reclaimer works. Yeah, opponent complaining about his draw step here. All right, so here we probably can just. I mean, I think I'm gonna go get the Cradle anyways. So he wastes me. I'm gonna keep the black up. Is that maybe too dicey? Yeah. So probably Grace doesn't matter here. I'm gonna go get the Cradle and make him waste me. That's okay, I guess. And then next turn we can change the Cradle for a. He doesn't do it, right? Okay. Oh my god. All right. Do we have it? So Cradle makes 5, 6, 7. We could go for we could go for a Shep as well. So what's the line here? What is the line? I would like to keep MTGO up as long as possible here. I think Shep is the line because no blockers. I don't think Green-Black Depth plays any spot removal. Anybody on chat? Turbo Depth plays any any spot removal main deck? Probably not, right? Probably not. Okay, thank you. So I guess here the line is Forest, Green Sun, Shepherd, and it's lethal. Thank you for the follow, Pocket. Welcome to the stream. We are playing the ManaTraders qualifier matches. We need to be 7-3 or better. Alright, so that's lethal. Okay, they concede. A ver. Pásate por el stream, juego. Estás en directo. Alright, so depths matchup. Turbo depths, I guess because of the comfy. That was turn 4 kill actually. Natural Order Hoof. No, Dino Bash. Dino Bash, win. Did we once upon a time? No, we didn't. Okay, so what do we want here? Archon is good because it blocks crop. Out. Bog probably out. Shepherds, although they won us this game, they're not that good. I need to make few slots actually. So probably Vicious out, Symbiote out. I will bring in the full 3 Runafowls and the 4 Thoughtseize. That seems about right. Yeah, let's go. This hand... okay, so Runafowl in this matchup, believe it or not, is not that good. Why? Because they pack a ton of this card. So usually, you are not going to be able to keep the Runafowl in hand for too long, right? For example, even if... so this looks like a decent hand. But even if they... so if they go now turn 1... if they don't play a discard effect... okay, so that was pretty weird. That was pretty wild right there. We're gonna go Forest Reclaimer because of the same reason, right? We want to get the Cradle going. Land cards are not cannot be discarded, so... Forest means no discard yet. That's good for us. Okay, there is the discard. So now he's gonna probably Thoughtseize us and pick up the Runafowl. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I mean, that's good for him. Okie dokie. So here we just fetch first. Alright, so in any other game, I would keep the Reclaimer up. But since they run this card, I think I prefer here playing out my dudes, so I don't get them discarded, and I can put pressure ASAP then the turn after. I think that makes some sense at least now that we don't have the Runafowl on our hand. Also, our opponent didn't play any of the combo lands needed to kill us. I mean, I'm assuming he's playing Turbo Depths, but actually we didn't see any stage or depths yet. No, not yet, Arkan. I'm playing for it. We are 5-2. We need to make 7-3. Okay, so there's the depths, there's the fetch, there's that, and we're dead. Yeah. Too easy. Okay, so yeah, also probably that was too early of a concession. We could have top deck run a foul. Okay, so let's go again, see if we can hit the Boseiju again. Boseiju, incredible in this matchup. Because, as I said, it cannot be discarded, right? Check this out, Arkan. If you follow, you have them. Pretty emotes. Okay, let's go in 3. Alright, on the play, which makes a big difference. Double Boseiju, let's go! Boseiju, man. Take card. I'm almost sad that we didn't get to blow up the Blood Moon previous matchup. Okay, I'm putting mulliganing as well. That's good for us. But I guess, yeah, Turbo Depths, mulligan's pretty good. So they go down to 6 and keep. We lead with 1s here. Oof. I think I like the Shep. Could have gone in the 4, but I think I like the Shep. So if they turn 1 this card, they could get the natural order, but I could also see them getting the elf. They pass. That is good, actually. So we keep our lands in our hand. If we can't resolve a natural order next turn, they're dead, right? They should have discarded. It's weird they don't have a discard turn 1, and they kept those hands. Anyway, waiting for 1. So if we untap now, probably we are okay for the rest of the game. If we untap turn 3 with Boseiju up, I think we are okay. So let's see. Let's hope they don't have it turn 1. It's definitely possible. Okay, they're taking actions end of our turn, so maybe we are dead. Oh no! I yielded! Joder, tío. Yeah, that's a bad play from him because I could have bounced. But I don't know, maybe they checked that we didn't what? Lol. Okay. Anyways. We're still okay, I guess. So Boseiju is up. Yeah, that push on the Reclaimer was bad. So the only moment we yield priority, they do that. That's weird. They would never do that. I think we have played together a lot of times. They know what that symbiote picks up elves. That was a weird play. Okay, so what could happen here? They haven't made the land drop. So we definitely have to turn off all our yields. Be sure that all our yields are turned off. They don't know our hand. So, I mean, from this point, they cannot combo, right? They have to make... So they have to wasteland us so they can combo freely. The moment they cannot combo. With Boseiju up. That's pretty sick. So I'm thinking maybe even we don't need that many run-off fouls. Maybe we only need the 4th Boseiju in the sideboard for certain matchups. I'm just loving Boseiju more and more. He's so good. That's the Dark Depths. So actually, they have the combo, right? They can tap. They can even discard first to make sure the ghost is clear. Then play the Vampire Hex Mage, crack it for Dark Depths, and convert. taking a lot of time on opponent here. Vale. Hey. Okay, pass the turn. We could fire this preemptively, but I guess no need. Okay. So I keep at least 4 mana up. I mean, yeah, 4 different sources or two separate activations in case they waste something. They sequence it some way that we cannot win. So what we want, my plan is, my plan here is bring them to 16, thinking that we don't top deck more creatures. Then make an order, keep 2 mana up, and when we attack and they activate, do they play him? I don't think so. I think this is a turbo version because they played a Lotus Petal game 1 and they played joder. Ay, ¿cómo se llama el que roba? Joder, no me sale. El que te hace palos y robas del top. Comfy. They play Dark Confidant, so I don't think they're running him to Torak. But they could be. I mean, they definitely have something prepared against us, right? Because this is not like very usual card. Okay, there's Dark Comfy. So that's okay. That gives us a window here. So let's first go grab this. And now think. So here, I could fire on the depths now, but if they have a spirit, then we are dead. So probably it's better to just hold up the mana. In Doomsday Cyber Rabbit, wow, that's really a lot of hate. All right, so we have lethal here actually. The problem is we tap out. No, it's not. It's not. So how should we proceed? We definitely want the MTGO kept in hand and active, right? So no, all right. So I think we go for it. We attack with 3 only. Probably. So if they have if here they have Spirit Guide or fast mana, like they definitely have something, right? They would have conceded. So we're gonna attack with only 3 and keep 2 mana up. So I think they have something. Okay, they're rotating for something. Yeah. All right. So they trophy. That's brutal, actually. They trophy that. I'd like to look, yeah. We have the trigger. Cool. So because they give us a land, we can keep NewSeiju up through everything. That's 12 damage. I'm okay. So let's go. Yeah, this plays a little bit into Wasteland, I guess. They get Verdant off the top. Reclaimer, which is nice. That's gonna get them the Wasteland they need. Hmm. Next turn, we will see. They will have to block it with the Reclaimer. 100%. The problem is if we pump, we... So that's a fake attack, right? Because we are not going to... We're never going to pump. If we pump, we tap out. And if tapping out here means we are dead. Oh, they go for something. That could be a Wasteland. Exactly. LOL. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid of Loam. Oh, let's go. So now we need to... You know, this is what I mean. When you use your crater hoof, because we are running a single one, that's pretty rough. When it doesn't actually kill your opponent, because, well, you're watching it why, right? We're having big trouble here to finish off the game. So I could see them aggressively fetching for Wasteland now with Reclaimer. They don't attack even. Wow, alright. So I guess here they just expecting a possible trophy. Alright. Black. Ah, they're gonna go for the double activation. Is that it? Oh no. They're making a second copy of Depth. Yeah, so they're gonna go... Oh, wait. So what's happening? Okay, so they activated by copying a Dark Depths? What's this? So if they have a Spirit Guide... Okay. No. So if they have Spirit Guide, they can activate on top of our ability. Hmm. You have 2 cards in hand. Did he reveal any? Ay. Oof. The tense is real. Let me check the price of NewSeiju. That's been my hobby this week. F5 on NewSeiju. 50, stabilizing at 52? Where? Moment. Oh, wait. Something happened. Alright, they are rotating for... Oh. What? So they have... Where did they have the 2 mana from? Missed that. Did they exile a Spirit Guide? No? Alright. I think I may have punted there. Alright, anyways. Let's check the price. Wasteland? So that means they have the other part of the combo in their hand? How many Dark Depths? Oh my god, I'm completely lost on this deck list. So weird. Anyways, NewSeiju 52 already. Yeah, okay, so they can convert now. They can convert main phase, protect. Now we need to what? There's no option to Curator Hoof. So they can choose. They can play around. They can play around that we top deck another NewSeiju, or they can play around Runafowl? No. I mean Runafowl, there's no way they play around it. I think they're gonna go transform main phase now. Sure. Can't do anything about it. Now we need to top deck Runafowl. We could find... What could we find? Krill doesn't make it. I think we're dead here. Sadly. Oh, we find out NewSeiju just a turn too late. I guess there's nothing we can do about it. We cannot block it. Can't gain life. Yeah, we're dead. Ay, mierda, tío. I thought we had it, to be honest. I thought we had it. Alright, so we are 5-3. Now we can't drop any more games. We need to win 2 in a row. Okay, let me go to the ManaTraders. To be honest, I maybe should have told him we were streaming later. Anyways. Game 3 lose. Let's open new spreadsheet. Rulo, cabrón. ¿Me has snipeado o qué? Rulo, sniper. Okay, let's find our next opponent. We have to win 2 in a row now. Oh, no, yes. Okay, need to change the deck list. To 180... 181? What, version 181? Yes, version 181. Okay, so we are playing Fenris. ¿Fenris? Look for an opponent match, bla bla. Ah, hostia, tío. Yo pensaba que me habías snipeado y que estabas. O sea, primero pensaba que me habías visto el Boseiju. Luego que estabas jugando alrededor de un trophy. Y luego ya no entendía nada. Porque has pasado como 5 turnos con doble activación. No sabíamos si tenías el Spirit Guide o qué. Mírate el bot luego. Porque estábamos flipando aquí. Y bueno, y el náusea ese también hemos flipado. Con la náusea esa que has metido. Bien metagameado, cabrón. Ok, so we're playing Fenris. He might be on 8cast. We have played him this morning. Oh, never mind. He was on Delver. No, this is Delver matchup. Nada, solo pensaba en Run a Foul, pero nunca encontré un 6 cuando tuve doble combo. Lo hice. Sí. Está claro. Oh, we are on the play. Okay, this is Delver. So, this is probably the game that can drop us out. We need to play very, 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 very clean. We are on the play. So actually, winning game 1 here is very, very important. This hand is medium at the very least. But I think given that we have these 2 cards, we can keep it. Okay, let me change this. We are playing Fenris. As I said, he played Delver this morning, so probably I assume he's on Delver again. And we're gonna go Safety Forest turn 1. Oh, I updated this. Yes, we are 5 and 3. We need to win 2 in a row here. Very hard to win 2 in a row. We will see if we can make it. One step at a time, right? Yeah. Delver confirmed. My spreadsheet doesn't lie. DRC. That is nice, actually. That's very nice. Very nice. Ooh. I don't think we can hit anything with that. I kind of want to cycle. If they have days, I want to pull it out. Oh, no days. Alright, so probably Endurance is gonna resolve next turn. We can even try to like ambush him. Creole is good, very good draw. And since we have a lot of mana, we're gonna offer the trade. He's definitely not gonna take it. Lol, he takes a trade actually. Nice. That's good for us. DRC is the best card in their deck. No doubt. So I guess they have a second DRC and they wanted to add creature to the graveyard. Anyways, it's good for us. Exchanging. So this is literally the worst card in our deck. That's okay as well. Yeah. So probably this is a second DRC or Delver. Like a threat. Yeah. That's the only reason they would trade their turn 1 DRC. So I'm actually fine with that. Oh, so there's another mass counter. I don't think they have it. I think they will have dates the glimpse. Yeah, and they don't have it. That's brutal for them. So that Grist, the only way that Grist dies is in the festivities plus Bolt. Because even if the Delver flies, okay, or Bolt plus Delver flip, could be as well. Could be as well. Boof. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is an awesome start for us, especially game 1, right? Where we only have one endurance. So having the main deck endurance on the opener is huge. This could be a small Murktide, but it's not. Very cool. All right. So do they have the bolt? Could have the bolt. Bolt 2? They don't know their top now. So what's this? Morgtide. Yeah, that's... Yeah, that's... Yeah, I mean, this is like nonsense, right? Turn 3, that's actually pretty big, right? New ways. How do we want to do this? So for 100% we plus here. 100% we plus. Play Cradle Pass. See how they... Let's see how they sequence their attacks. If they are greedy and they go Delver, Grist, Murktide face, because it's game 1 and maybe they are assuming we don't have endurance. If they are greedy that way, we could punish them. They could be punished. But like it would be very inefficient to go 2 flyers over the Grist. So let's see how they do it. So okay, they're going for the greedy line. They're going for the greedy line. Let's go. Let's go. Now we need to. Let's hope they don't have. Let's hope they don't have counter magic here. If this resolves, oh, this is so big. I actually want to shuffle that bog back in. So this is huge, right? Because they are targeting us with the Murktide. So the Grist is gonna live through. We're clearing the Delver. That's the worst possible outcome for them. And now if they don't have Bolt for Grist, the Murktide is dead. So this Expressive has to be looking for Bolt. This is super good for us. Oof. I mean, you can't blame the opponent because usually Elves doesn't have a lot of hate for flyers, especially game 1. So that was actually the most efficient way to spread the damage. We just happened to have the exact card on the exact moment. So very lucky for us. And we have the replacement cradle too. Yeah, this is awesome. This is very good. Okay. So first things first, 3 attacks. Okay, hello. Hola. Oh. Okay, so 5 life for free here. That's first step. Second step is Reclaimer. Third step is... Maybe we can keep the Cradle even. And we change the Grist for the Murktide. Yeah, definitely. I was doubting that there for a moment, right? Because another thing they could have done with that iteration is actually dig for the next Murktide. I'm going to sandbag the Cradle here. So if they have a follow-up Murktide, that's very bad for us. If that is the case, we need to fight Birchlord to hardcast the Archon. Okay. Oh, so they found Bolt, Chain Lightning instead of Bolt. Buenas, tío. Pues 5-3, ahí lo ves. 5-3, vamos. Acabo de perder una contra un chico de Argentina que normalmente juega Green White Depths, pero hoy ha jugado Turbo y bueno, me ha petado el culo. La Game 2 se la he sacado. No, la Game 1, pero la Game 3 ha estado muy cerca. Oh, so he actually has the Murktide. And it's a 6-6, not a 5-5. Okay, so we don't care about black mana actually, game 1, because our only black card in the deck is... our only black card. I mean, I cannot believe he's coming back from this. It's unbelievable, right? That's Delver, right? So we kill a Delver, a Murktide, and he has a second Murktide. And it's already a 6-6. Ah, no es turbo. Es la de Dodges. Hombre, a ver, el Confi es bastante turbo, ¿sabes? No es muy de ir lento. Sí, Martín Domínguez, es este chico de aquí, Rulo MTG. Siempre me lo pillo ahí en los challenges de mañana o en los preliminares. Siempre está ahí dando por culo con maridaje. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose this game, guys. Even after that unbelievable trade, I think we lose this. Sadly, I think we are going to lose this. We are not winning the race. Our Archon is smaller than their Murktide, or even if we somehow resolve it. And he has more stuff. Yeah. Not good. Actually, it's not good. Ay, puto Delver, tío. O sea, le matamos un Delver y un Murktide en Game 1, tú, sin removal. Y aún así se caga otro Murktide, tío. Increíble, tío. Okay, so now he knows about the Archon. Bueno, yo no creo que sea el mejor deck. La verdad. No está ganando. ¿Qué tal va? Ya, tío. Pero flipas, el tío super greedy me ha jugado. Soy for Spanish, guys, by the way. Me ha jugado turno 1 de RC. O sea, yo estaba en The Play. Ha jugado el turno de RC, le he pegado con un heritaje y me la ha cambiado, tú. O sea, tú estás que cambio un editaje por un DRC. Vamos, pero ni de puta coña. O sea, ni de puta coña. So we have one more draw step. Is there anything we can do to... So our endurance is there. So our only choice here is... I mean, we can... Yeah, we actually... 3 card types. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bash. So if he flips a bolt, we're dead. If we hit hoof, we might kill him. So we need to take this. So our cradle mana doesn't go too low. So we're dead to bolt here. Okay, he doesn't have the bolt apparently. Let's get the Dryad. And now we need to hit exactly hoof or natural order. Okay, that's not it, but we can dig for some cards. Okay. Natural order. Uf. A ver. 5, 6, 7. Ay. Ay, ay, ay. So I think I might have to keep drawing for my chances. We're still on natural order territory. We can draw one more time. Come on, natural order. Oh. Okay. So we don't have... Remember, this is game 1. Okay, so we're gonna go... Another symbiote. Another draw. This is the best line, I think. Is he thinking about... I mean, I don't know. Vale, so why would... Tap, pam, pam, pam. Come on, natural order. Natural order. Natural order. Haya. Haya. Joder. Brr. Okay, so now we need to... What do we need? We need to... So if he hits instant, we are dead. If he hits sorcerer, I mean, there's no way we're not dead. Yeah, so that makes the DRC fly, and that's it, right? Correct? He puts land in the bottom. Brainstorm. Yeah, so we're dead. Ay, ay, ay. Delver. Okay, so natural order package out. Bog in, sorry. Collector of in, out. Druid, out. Run afoul. Endurance. Trophy. Ay, puto Delver, tío. Van Delver. En realidad no, van DRC. Delver is okay. Delver is actually fair nowadays. the problem is the DRC. Alright. Okay, let's go. No, Murtag está bien, Porque cuesta cagárselo, la verdad. So, okay, so this is the classic hand that we need to trust in Once Upon a Time. And if we don't hit it, we can lead with Cradle. And if they don't waste it, we go with Arbor turn 2. But ideally, we want to hit land of the Once Upon a Time. This is not a bad hand, by the way. It's very good. So let's play the ones. We get forced to. Okay, we miss on the land. My god. I'm gonna pick the Symbiote because it's lower mana curve, and I'm gonna lead with Cradle. Yeah, that was actually pretty bad Once Upon a Time. Very bad Once Upon a Time. We're playing 21 lands and we didn't hit any, so that's... So actually there was 0 lands in the top 12 cards of the deck, 0 lands. Me acaba de destruir una Madness, quipé los 2 games con Mailaje turno 3 y me jugó 2 Burning Inquiry que me destrozaron. Ya, tío. Eso es verdad, las... ¡Oh! I can't believe we actually on tap with the Cradle. Let's go. Let's go. And oh my god. And I can play land as well. Nice. So we're gonna play this. And probably protect it. Y el Burning Inquiry, tío, es como un... No es un descarte, pero es un descarte, porque te manda... Te manda a la verga, tío. Okay. Wasteland for my Cradle. No problem, we have Shepherd. DRC. Bolt. So that's something I don't get. So if he had those 2 cards, at least one of those, why he didn't do some of that play turn 1? That actually makes little sense to me. Anyway. So we didn't take that trade. Next turn we have Cradle up. Let's see. So I'm not even that mad about that Wasteland. That's okay. Let's see what he does now, turn 2. This is gonna be very, very important. It flips, revealing, chain lightning. My god, that's bad for us. So what's he killing here? Yeah, fetch volcanic. I think he probably get rid of... I don't know, maybe Reclaimer even? Or yes, Dryad. Probably Dryad, like he will go after the mana. I would. I will keep the Arbor, I think. And he doesn't agree. That's good again for us. Hey, thank you for the follow, Emanuel Fiorenza. I guess you are from Italy. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so now we need land to stay alive. Ooh, that's good. 3 cards in the yard. 3 card types. I think we can take some more damage still. And I want to bog him. I don't know. It's really rough. So options, I think maybe I want to put one more blocker. So I could grist. So I actually want to grist. A ver, let me think through it. Visionaria primero y Bog. Ya, Visionaria primero y Bog. Sí, también lo estoy pensando. A ver, se va a resolver todo porque tenemos el Shepard. O sea, lo que quiero es el turno que juego el Grist, tener 2 blockers por lo menos, ¿no? Para que lo que venga pues me lo pueda tanquear con el -1. Okay, let's see what we draw of the Visio. We could draw Run a Foul, which is very good. Not bad, not bad. 3 cards in the yard. If this flies, gonna be a problem. I'm thinking playing the Symbiote, but I mean, he didn't really play any cantrips. Anyway, it doesn't make sense to play cantrips if he didn't deploy the DRC. I don't know if he has the Murktide. So here, we could... So options are Fetch Forest, play the Symbiote to protect our Shepherd, or play the Bog preemptively for the graveyard. I'm gonna go for the Forest line, and my reasoning being... doesn't matter how big the Murktide is, we are gonna be able to grist it down if grist resolves. And actually, Shepherd sticking to the board make sure that the grist resolves. I think that makes sense. Oh no, that's my line. Could be wrong. This also plays a little bit... I don't know. This plays entirely into End of Festivities as well. Let's see. We're gonna grab the Swag Forest. And we yield. We are ahead on the clock. That's good for us. Okay, so what's the worst it can happen? Of course, the worst thing would be like red blue iteration into End of Festivities. This would be the worst case scenario. Step 1 complete, by the way. There's an iteration. Let's see what he puts down. Actually, he needs creature. He misses creature artifact to pump to Delirium to DRC. No, End of Festivities serial no. No puedes hacer... No, ¿cómo casteas el End of Festivities? Necesitas Volcanic. A ver. Hostia, Baku, tío, pues te voy a pedir... te voy a pedir ahí que me hagas un poco de coaching de Delver. Igual no, te escribo por privado, espera. Léeme Discord, porfa. Okay, so... Again, the worst thing here could be... No, hoy no. Antes del domingo, que tengo un torneito. Me gustaría practicar un poco. ¡Submerge! ¡No! No me lo creo. Okay, he bounces the Symbiote. Interesting. Okay. So I read 2 things. What is the... Vale, la iteración no tiene que enseñar lo que ha exiliado. Guys, when he resolves the iteration, he has to show what he exiles? Oh, he doesn't reveal it, right? Okay, so here the question is, we need to make a decision here. We can do anything to protect the shepherd. So let this resolve. 2, we can bounce the shepherd preemptively. But that way we lose tempo because we don't have... So one line plays into removal and the other into... So if we don't bounce the shepherd... if we don't bounce the shepherd... they could have bolt and kill it. Sale en reveal cards. No, this was the flip. No sale nada. Entonces, ¿no puedo saber qué es lo que ha exiliado con el iteration? So now here, guys, we need to decide, do we play around removal or around... Yeah, the problem is I don't want to play Grist in 2 days. Yeah. So I know that. My line is, if I let this submerge go, and he doesn't have the bolt, we play Grist uncounterably and we are happy elves. But if he now plays land and kill shepherd, then Grist could be countered. ¿Me entiendes lo que digo? O sea, si lo bounceo me protejo de que todo lo que juego después sea incontrastable, pero me pierdo un turno de tempo. Y entonces, ¿qué hago? Entonces, ya. Va, pues entonces lo dejo, ya está. Joder, qué complicado. It's, guys, these matchups... Oh. Ay. These matchups, they have a lot of very important small decisions. They're really, really, really complex. Oh, we have just the... That's perfect, actually. Okay, so bog them. Bog them, yes. Bye-bye, DRC. Symbiote. I mean, don't get me wrong, we are still in a lot of trouble. So again, we are in the same position, right? We cannot afford to bounce our shepherd because I mean he has to bolt the symbiote before killing the shep. Or have double bolt, something like that. I don't know. Okay, ponder. So yeah, probably he's looking to digging into the end of festivities. So let's think now. Next turn, if we survive, what are we pitching? I think we are pitching the Visio to the minus on the Grest. Yeah. I mean, even that is wrong. Is pretty hard for us because keeping the DRC alive means like we're keeping the card that fuels the graveyard. So minusing for a Delver is pretty bad, and we saw literally 0 sideboard cards. Like an Endurance here would be big. Endurance, Run of Owl, Trophy. Any of those cards would be awesome. My Forex looks perfect, man. What do you mean? Welcome, by the way. Alright. Okay, hit me for 3. Yes. For 4. Joder, I almost want to trade. I think I'm trading, guys. This maybe... I think I'm trading. Yeah, this looks like crazy, but I think I'm trading. Second DRC and the festivities. Double Bolt. What you got? Second Delver. Joder. Ah. How's the weather in Madrid? Is, I guess, normal minus. That's how to put it. Okay, so here we don't have a choice, right? We play the Gris and we have to minus on the flying dude. There's like no question here. If we want to survive. It is not going good. I mean, we are at 6 live. We kinda relatively Catalonian. What the hell? He transforms, of course. Joder. And he goes face. Okay, so he has the bolt and we just lose our qualifying match. Boo! Boo. Yeah, he has the ball. I mean, he has to have it, right? What's the... Why else would he... All right. Now we play Hurricane and GG. Yeah, GG. I mean, I don't think we play... I mean, I think we played that pretty tight, but I think our hands maybe were a little medium. We draw zero sideboard cards. Ay. Okay. So we are. Let me update. We are 5 and 4. Sad face. We don't qualify, I think. I need to play the last match, so let's go. Me conta con el puto Baku. Venga, fuera del stream, cabrón. Fuera de aquí. Fuera del stream. Alright, let's play him. Okay, so he has to create the room for us. Another Delver, actually. Let's go. So we're playing against Baku, who was in the chat a minute ago. Okay, Baku _ 91. There we are. What? Wait. What version did I register? I think it's the correct one. Yeah, the correct one. Okay, so let's go. Playing Baku now. So Baku says, "Oh, such a bad lag. Yeah, good job sniping." So we were actually sniped on stream. Anyways, we are out of the tournament, so that's it. And we are on the draw. Damn it. All right. So this is Delver. He plays Delver. This is a fine hand we keep. Yes, I can, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time to play. I will have to play another 10 matches. I mean, it would be possible, just very difficult. No, I'm 5-4. I think I'm out. You can check the record, Arcan, on the top of the stream. ¿Cómo te voy a conceder, cabrón? Thank you for the follow, GBD87. You blame New Forest? I mean, we were running pretty hot. I won 3 games in a row, and then we started losing. Okay. Alright, so maybe we cannot run the... Oh, nice. This... Broma, tío. We do this, do that. We pass and play the endurance on counter ball. That looks good. Yeah, maybe we take game 1. What? He's playing gut shot? Buah. Flipo, tío. Yeah, definitely, man. New, you mean because of the new lands, Arcan? They're pretty nice. A ver... For Godshot for End Festivity in the main. Sí, bueno, se lo habrá cambiado, ¿no? Si me estaba viendo el stream. Espero que no, vamos. Lo veremos ahora si lleva eso. Pero sería muy nazi, la verdad. A ver, no va contra las reglas, ¿eh? O sea, tú supuestamente te metes en la página, ves tu emparejamiento y ya está, ¿sabes? Pero bueno. Está feo. A ver, no sé. Si tienes 2 listas, no sé, si es +1, -1, un cambio así, lo puedo ver. Pero si llevas 4 en Festivities de main, eso sería estaría muy feo, tío. Selva. Oh, that's good. Another gut shot, maybe? Oh, no me jodas. Okay, so we're gonna slam this. And if it gets countered, we play Cradle Natural Arcan. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. We're playing in 2 days if I do that, though. ¿No? 3, 4... Yeah, I guess I can give it 1 more turn. There's no discard involved or anything. They brainstorm fetch, so they don't know their top. So whatever they have it already. This flipping ain't flipping. Good for us. Could be Murktide. Murktide 4, 3, 4? Poof. An 8-8 Murktide. Pretty big. This could be Murktide right now. Iteration, okay, perfect. So we have 1. Yes. He's Delver Grinder. From Spain. I think he's from Spain. Oh, put Borrower down? Borrower is good. Me? I think... La tortilla de patata de Euskadi es mejor, tío. Spanish omelette, but from the Basque country. I think that's what I miss the most. Okay, so I guess we play this again. I mean, we're not in a rush, to be honest. Or kinda. Maybe we are. I mean, three. So we can play natural order around days. But even so, if a Murktide's coming, we're not gonna be able to block it. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think we need to max on creatures first. I'm gonna pass like this. Okay. But main the card. Alright. So he has Petty Theft on exile, 2 cards in hand. So if he actually plays Murktide, okay, Ponder revealed. Getting for 3. Fritata. No, nothing. It's just they are better. No fritata, Spanish omelette. Also croquetas. Those are a key ingredient in the Basque cuisine. Okay, let's see. A ver. Okay, no Murtai. Oh yes, Murtai. 2 cards in hand. One is Ponder. Yeah, 2 cards in hand, one is Ponder. So probably one is Force and Pitch. Ay. Okay, so we need Shepherd or something like that. We need Shepherd or another natural order. I mean, we could double natural too. Okay, he actually goes after the Dryad, which is pretty sick. Oh, that's good as well. All right. So that's 4, 5, 6. It's not lethal, right? Can we get a hit of the more? Yeah, I think we can afford to get a hit here. It's okay, no problem. It's kinda late here as well. Okay, so we basically need to transform one forest into a dryad. He's gonna bash for 11. Yep. Okay, we can get the double cradle too. Oh no, we can't. He has a wasteland. Oh my god. Terrible. Okay, I guess we don't do anything, right? So I can buy one turn if this resolves. Okay, let's see if this resolves. Yeah, never mind. He had the ponder and force. Yeah. GG. Okay. Rana fouls, endurance, assassin trophy, natural order package out, collector of out, hate destroyed out. Let's go. Did we win the die roll? No. Did we show once upon a time? No. Mm. Ah. Because if natural order gets countered, so natural order needs that you sacrifice a creature for it. So if it gets countered, it's a 2/1, or best case scenario a 2/2 if they force it. So it's not good to have against a tempo deck. Of course, if you are counting, it will resolve. You are going to win, but most of the times. But these games usually are very close, and these games are very close, and you don't have time for to go wide or anything. You usually win with the endurance or with Dino Bash as well. You can win. Okay, so on the play, terrible hand. This is much better. Much better. What do we bottom though? What do we bottom? I think the MTGO probably. I kind of don't want to bottom lands here. I'm almost tempted to bottom the Reclaimer. Or maybe the Visio? Visio is looking nice, to be honest. Oof, very, very hard choice. So definitely the 3 lands stay. We can't bottom the lands. Reclaimer also. Maybe there's an argument to bottom Endurance and we can find something later. It's already 3 mana, 3 CMC. But I don't really like doing that because I cannot complain later for not drawing a sideboard card. So I'm gonna bottom the Reclaimer, I think. My logic being, so we want Reclaimer to grab mana, which we already have, or graveyard control, which Endurance represents. And I think the fact that a Shepherd makes Endurance uncounterable kind of makes we can be sure that it will take care of the graveyard, right? But I was not really convinced of that on that mulligan. I might be wrong. So they are already on 3 cards in the graveyard. This could be turn 2 Morg died. Next turn. So if they find Gutshot... Okay, you don't find it. Right, so we give them NewSeiju if they want to waste it. Play VC or pass. Nothing. Okay, so this means no more tide this turn. Let's see. If they... Okay, so now they're gonna have Delirium after the Brainstorm hits the graveyard. That's kind of good for us too, because now the DRC has to attack. So we can try and ambush it. But it's very close, definitely. Very, very close. Okay, so he's forced to attack. Oh no. Okay, waste me, that's okay. Yeah, Hull Breacher is nuts. It's very sick hate. I don't think that's like standard Elver tech. Oh. Huh. I could see like slow rolling that too. Nah. Like I think that's just too greedy, right? This is a 100% resolving. I mean, they could have Gutshot plus force, but you can't play around everything. So I think that's okay. Now if they refill the graveyard, we can bog them, but they have 7 cards in hand. That's a lot. 7 cards in hand. That's too many. Lol. Okay. Yeah, 2-for-1 is not the worst. I've seen worse. 2-for-1 is okay actually. 2-for-1 is acceptable. 2-for-1 is acceptable. Next step. What's the next step? So he has to start all over again with the graveyard. But you see, as you can see, if the Delver player has a resolved DRC, it doesn't really matter, right? He can fill the can fill in the graveyard very, very efficiently with 2 or 3 cantrips. Second DRC is very bad. Yeah, so double surveil trigger. Snappy too. Bolt. Oh, it's creature, sorcery, instant. Now he has fetch. If he finds fetch, he got delirium, double delirium again. Okay, let me F5 on NewSeiju's price. 53.5. Slightly rising again. Okay. He gets in for 1. No fear. He gets the fetch, delirium, yeah. Everything according to plan. Now what? Delver, joder. Okay, that's pretty bad. Okay, so I think we have to play that and pass. Can't attack now. So now he needs to... I mean, he revealed force. Oh my god, that's so bad. Yeah, so this endurance is not resolving, right? He can... only good news is he cannot choose not to attack. And anyways, I think I'm forced to... I think I kind of forced here to cast the endurance, so he 2-for-1s himself. Yeah, 1 endurance hits 1, yes, but it keeps the delirium. Let's see. It's very hard from this point. Very theft. Vale. So he has to... Now he's down to 2 cards. So he needs to have exactly blue plus force. I'm gonna make him have it now, and we play around days. Yeah. And he has it. 15 Murktide, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's possible to beat these Delver draws. It's when Delver draws like this is not possible to win, I think. Okay, so we're getting 9. We're getting 9 and we're getting 6 next turn. Oh, where is there an option here? So we can do this. We can resolve double endurance. Okay. So I'm going to... He knows about the second one? Yeah, maybe he doesn't. Maybe I should have evoked the previous endurance instead of playing it. That's a good question, actually. Maybe I should have evoked it and block with... Very hard match. Okay, so he goes to combat. That is good. He doesn't attack. I'm not gonna reveal the endurance, it's okay. Probably he's gonna try to hit the last few points with burn spells. Could make sense. Okay. Yeah, we can't find any. We can't find any sideboard card here. Okay. So Borrower cannot block. He knows the top card. Endurance. No. Okay, so crack fetch. No, what? I'm pretty proud of the clock, to be honest. We are playing very fast today. Something to be proud of. I mean, streaming and playing good in time, it's not that easy. So with double DRC, this is nuts. Look at the graveyard. This is gonna be sorcery. So he already has 3. He needs to find creature. So it's possible that he attacks only with 1. I mean, he can find bolt, attack with 1. We eat it. He gets delirium. And he attacks for 9 next turn. No, that doesn't work. I mean, Gutshot makes it. So if he finds Gutshot, if everything flies now, he wins, basically. Yeah, we are super dead. We are like super dead, and we cannot crack that fetch. Buah, menudo ojete, chaval. Big ass. Big ass from Baku. Yeah, we are super dead. No chancerinos. Okay. I mean, deck feels pretty good. I still think... Okay, sorry. We were running this version. Deck feels good overall, but I think, personally, I need a little more help versus Delver. But I don't know what to put. I mean, I feel like Runafowl... I mean, I feel if we draw Runafowl, we don't lose that game most of the time, but we are not running into it. So maybe another option would be... Let me open... Wait, let me make... 1.83... 83. So maybe another option is... this is something... This is experimental. Wait. This is not what it is. Back to the main... So yeah, so maybe I need 3 Runafowls and maybe only 2 trophies. Because with so many Boseijus already doing the work of trophy, maybe 2 trophies is just enough, and Runafowl is much stronger against Delver. Yeah, man, this Baku, ban him, Fox. Timeout for 10 minutes. This sniper Delver player. Oh my god. Okay, so maybe I need more help with Runafowl. So I think Thought Seizes I cannot touch. Endurance I can... Okay, so wait. Let me do it like this. So Progenitus, untouchable. Thought Seize, untouchable. 3 Endurance, untouchable, because this is combo and control, band, control. I think some ley lines are needed just to hedge on the graveyard decks. And this is like flex slots, right? So we can play with this. Of course, Runafowl is only good against specifically Delver. Because against... I guess Green-White too. And it has text against Reanimator, but I don't know if Delver needs that much attention. Maybe yes. I don't know. Baku, what do you think? Sorry for Spanish, guys. Baku, ¿qué opinas? ¿Cómo mejoro el matchup, tío? Porque entre que yo no lo manejo, entre que yo no lo juego perfecto y que mi deck no es favorito ahí, había pensado bajar un trophy y meter un tercer run a foul. Porque run a foul es mejor contra Delver, ¿no? Básicamente. Lo tira, lo curvas antes y entra mejor. Aunque claro, el trophy es muy polivalente también, me vale mucho. Yeah, Fox. It's been weeks, not months, first of all. And if you remember, look at the list. Okay, so this, you are a hater, man. Look at the... I do listen to your... look at this. So this list, 3 run a foul. This list, 2. This list, 2. This list, all my lists have run a foul. 5-5, tío. Hemos pinchado. Y además nos ha matado un chico de aquí. O sea, y un español y que estaba en el stream. O sea, todo olía mucho a caca. Pero bueno, no pasa nada. Anyways, I don't know. I might play the rest of the matches, I don't know, but definitely not on stream. What was I gonna say? Yes. So what do you think, guys? Do you think it's a good thing to bring 3 run fouls extra? I mean, I already feel like 2-3 is a good split, but so my problem is run a foul is bad against it's only good against really Delver and maybe Depths, maybe. What do you think about the sideboard? Because I don't think the main deck, I think it's okay against Delver. I mean, we cannot. I could move the UF to the board and take the 4th ship back again. ¿Qué va? Si no he cambiado nada, hombre. He jugado la lista stock. A él le he jugado con la 1.81, que es esta, que es la última, es mi última lista stock, que es 2, 3. Y estoy pensando hacer, en vez de 2 run a foul, 3 trophy, 3 run a foul, 2 trophy. Es el único cambio que se me ocurre. Anyways, it's been a pleasure, guys. I think 3 hours of stream is good. So finally we didn't make it. I don't know if I will play the matches that I'm left to play. So I will think after dinner. Let me find... Thank you everybody for coming by. Wait. I need to ask you guys. Do you think would be interesting to make like a weekly stream or bi-weekly stream to talk about the data from the challenges on the weekends? Would you be interested or not? Like to see what decks are played more, try to predict the meta for the next weekend, this kind of stuff. Do you think would be interesting or not? I was thinking to make it... so I have 2 possibilities. One, I make it on my own, and I record it and then I post it. And second option is I do it on stream with you guys, and we talk about it, we share thoughts, and then I will upload it to YouTube. We can do it maybe once every 2 weeks. So do you think that would be useful? You would be interested or not? Let me know, please. So you can... Wait. ¿Cómo es? Links. So if you think yes, you can find my... Yes, definitely. You can check my link tree. You have my socials there. So follow me there. If I do it, I will announce it on Twitter for sure. I'm trying to get some Summers to join the project because I think the Summer group is very nice because they have a very healthy approach to Magic. They don't have any pet decks. So they just play what is best or what they think is best positioned. So I think that gives them an unbiased view of the metagame. Just like, for example, maybe me, if I do the comment alone, I will have some bias because I like elves and I only play this deck and it's my favorite deck. So maybe having people from outside of the elves community is better for the analysis. Okay, we have the usual Foxus nonsense. Don't mind this guy. Anyways, thank you everybody for the stream. Follow me on Twitter if you want. My Discord handle is Runcore 9545. So if you want to add me there, you can add me there too. If you want to tell me anything, any ideas, whatever, I will be delighted to chat with you. And let's just go and find someone to raid. Okay, who is streaming right now? Okay, so we've got Fenrus, Cloud. Actually, I'm gonna raid this guy. Oh, he's watching replays. Never mind. We are raiding Fenrus Cloud. So I'm gonna leave you with Legacy Infect. Thank you for everybody who followed today, and see you next time. Bye. Oh my god, he just closed the stream. So we're gonna raid. He said, "Are you around?" We're gonna raid Bruno, I think. Fenrus is offline. Yeah, Fenrus is offline. Damn it. So we're raiding Bruno. See you next time, guys. Sorry about that.